Hey, it's Ed here for Current Capital, and on today's video we're taking a look at Render. This chart is from Binance and it is the USDT chart, and this is dating all the way back to November 2021 when we had a somewhat of a major high when this listed, and of course it dumped 96% all the way to the lows of around 27.4 cents. That was again on around June 2022. Since after that we've had a somewhat of a very significant move. This is almost around 5,000% move. So again, if you were believing in this project, well, good for you. Again, not many altcoins are at the all-time highs, unlike Render, and it is definitely an area of interest where to take profits, where to risk off if you haven't done that yet. Now, why is that? Well, let's go through the bear scenario first, because that explains it very clearly. And here it is. If we are looking at this just on macro degree, we can easily label this into a diagonal of a wave A, three-way pullback into a wave B, and then again a move to the upside with a one-to-one tag basically at that high, and then now we are getting a reaction of some sort. Now, once we are diving into smaller time frames, there is a few ways, I guess, to label this whole thing. But again, that one-to-one tag is kind of important. It doesn't have to be ended, or it doesn't have to end right here. We can still climb up higher, but again, that is significant to understand that we have reached a pivot or possible pivot for Render. And from the all-time highs already, now we have already come down 27%, which is again here on log scale, not that large of a move, but again on a regular scale, that is well, fourth of the value. So yeah, definitely a very large number already. But talking about the bull and the bear scenarios, let's go through the bull scenario as well. Instead of being an ABC, this very well could be a 1-2. So again, if we are looking at the extensions here and not using log scale, I'm just going to be using log scale to get the pivots better. There we go. So one-to-one tag, and going off of logarithmic scale, we can see that these have gone right into the 4.618 extension. Again, meaning it doesn't have to be over, but again, something important was happening. Now, it is possible that that third wave is now done. We're looking for a wave 4 of some sort, and then looking for fifth wave. Again, now we need to be determining and looking into the smaller degrees here inside of this third wave to see if this is done or close to be done. So let's do that next. Again, starting the count from these lows that we had on August 2023, and let's take a look at what we have. Overall, if we are here starting on daily time frame, we can see on RSI we have a pivot, and that is our wave 1-2. We have another wave 1-2 here, which is kind of weird looking since we already have a divergence on wave 1 against the wave 3. That is kind of weird. That is kind of weird in my opinion. If we are looking at the extension here, we can see that third wave here, if this was a wave 3 here, is already larger than the wave 1. Although it doesn't really seem like it, it is. But yeah, it could be a 1, 2, 3, 4, an extension on fifth, where at this point, this would be the top. So this would be a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Extended fifths are very common, and that is how we're going to be labeling the bear count internally. For the bull count, which could not, or which might not even be done yet, is a bit more bullish. Having this as a 1-2, 1-2 fits very decently here on RSI. We're not broken any of the roots here or the lows here on RSIs, and now we are getting some kind of correction. We created a somewhat of a high here on this potential third wave. The only issue that I don't particularly like is the extensions that we have. What we've had here, we did not get to the 1.618 here, which is something that we generally want to be seen for a more likely of a third wave. But again, this is still fine, nothing is broken, and the retracement here gets to 0.382, which is very common for fourth wave. Since then, again, we had a pump up higher, this should be here, and then after that we had a move to the downside, after which a very sideways move. On RSI we can see that it is contracting as well, so again a triangle here in the middle fits decently well. This actually should be minuet, and this should be some kind of ABC on minute. Let's fix that. There we go. So again, A, B, C, D, E, and then a pivot to the downside. We have not hit the 0.618 yet. My target would be just taking out these potential lows here. Again, liquidity's sake, we might get a wick to the 0.618 extension. It's possible that we continue lower, but our invalidation for the whole idea would be at the one top, which would be around $5.3. It gets less and less probable if we basically take out this previous wave 4 lows here, around 9.2, and the latest it can pivot 8.6. The lower we get, the less probable it is that this is a wave 4. If we start to come down lower, again the probability just decreases. But yeah, invalidation for the idea is $5.3. At that point, again, we would be turning more into that bearish idea where this whole move would be done. Whether that's a wave 3, we can't tell yet. Extension wise, 1-to-1 is still around $8.2. That has some potential areas of interest where we've had previous peaks where this could turn into support. Is very far here on regular scale, log scale 38.2, 1.236 extension. I guess that would be still fine. Log scale, the previous wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it just doesn't have the best look. But I guess there is other ways of labeling this. For example, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5. At which point, again, we would have a three-way structure coming down. And so this would be here, here, and you would do this. There we go. And yeah, it would be labeled like this. Definitely shouldn't go too much lower than these 32. But again, these are some of the targets that I would be really interested in buying, and especially if we get a bounce from here and that area, or wherever we get that bounce, that would be definitely an area of interest against the new low. If you were into dollar cost, or not dollar cost, but trading this asset. But yeah, those are the two main ideas that I have for render. Few variations, of course, for this structure coming up, but that's always happening with Elliott Wave. Elliott Wave provides us structures, and we are going to be trading on the opportunities that it gives us and shows us. We don't need to be trading a certain count. We're just taking high probability trades that Elliott Wave is presenting us with ideas. Again, we have shifted exchanges now to BitUnix. So if you're interested in smaller fees than even before, check that out. Again, link in the description below. Also, for Discord, you can head out to canturnedcapital.com, click the join now or the Discord, and you can find us over there. That's all for now. Again, for render video this time, let me know if there is other counts you have, and if you prefer those over mine. Again, anything can happen, but these are the ways I see the market going for now. But that's all. Again, thanks for watching, and catch you next time. Bye bye.